Hey Facebook land, Kara here at the Twins Healing Magic and Beyond, and today is day 6 of 365 days, and my topic for today is change is weird. And so Krista and I started on this journey of coming online and speaking our truth every day. And we did it because we know it is a step to where we need to get. And we just hold the bigger vision. And so you go into a change all excited. Sorry, I just got to take my stuff off here. You go into this change all excited. Hi, Kate. How's it going? I'm just talking about the fact that change is weird. And so I'm just gonna come out and be really honest. I know that there are a lot bigger things going on in the world right now, but I'm gonna just tell my story because that's where I'm at. So this whole coming online every day has really I annoy myself. I'm so sick of thinking about what am I gonna talk about today? What am I going to talk about today? And it's left me really feeling like I'm inside of this wall or this prison. And I came to the realization today, it's change is weird. Change takes time. It takes time for something to become your new normal. And so I read this earlier today, and I just thought it might help anyone out there who is in some kind of a change right now. And it says, when the body is in the unknown, it says, I want to return back to familiar territory. And that spoke so loud and clear to me because it's I know I want to do this, but it's these steps to get to the comfortable part and this newness, it sucks and it's weird and it takes time, but it's just keep going, And so this some of the biggest changes that I've been through in my life are quitting drinking and quitting smoking, because it really sends you through an identity crisis. This public speaking thing also sends me through an identity crisis, because you go from being someone or something, right? And then all of a sudden you are shifting into this whole new reality. I was once told to talk on live like you are talking to a friend, but they are a quiet friend. But, I like that, Kate. I do like that. And you know what? Actually, it's getting easier coming on here speaking. I mean, I'm still scared, but it's more of the process of this is my life now. It's you feel this is my life, and then you got to try and figure out what your life is going to be like. But the thing is, it will just get easier in time. Hi, Ashley. So I found this journal entry of mine from June 2nd of 2019, and I wrote, today marks 1 week since I quit drinking. It's crazy because as I sit here, I was at my meditation station area where I hang out. And what I came to realize is I had originally set up that grid to quit smoking, which I had quit in January, and then smoking and drinking are fun. I just got a text message from my cousin Trent Schmidgy who said, smoking and drinking are fun. And that is very true. And I loved smoking. I loved smoking so much. And you know what? I did love drinking too. There's obviously parts of why I drank, but there was also a part where it was something's gotta give, and you gotta sometimes make changes. And so change is super, super hard, but not hard. And so I'm just gonna tell you a little story about, so when I quit drinking, and what I found in my journal was, actually, just give me a second. I gotta collect my thoughts here for a moment. Where did I write that? Okay, this was what I wrote in my journal entry from 1 week after quitting smoking, and it's been an amazing week, yet challenging, adjusting. I'm facing my fears and knocking them down. It's not that it wasn't the drinking that's stressful, but that everything is new and being conscious and aware of everything. I've had anxiety for a week, but I know that that's the little monster dying inside, and he'll soon be gone. And so, like, with quitting smoking, I think they say it's like 3 days of physical, and then the rest is all mental. And same with drinking. For me, when I quit drinking, it was probably 3 weeks of really, really, really bad anxiety. So it wasn't that I missed drinking, and like that for me was such freedom. Like, I just couldn't believe I was finally, it was almost allowed myself to free myself from a prison that I just, I'd had enough. It was like, I don't want to be here anymore. So that part of the changes was so freeing, and I was like, yes! But it's the part of having to, I gotta take a sip here, kind of like re-identify who you are. It's really, really weird, and it's like right now, this is really, really weird for me, right? So hold on. And so there comes a point where it's so weird for you, and it just, everything, like your world gets flipped upside down. Nothing is familiar anymore. Nothing feels like, it's scary. You're just like, and then you want to give up, because it's like, I think I'm just going to actually go back to that way of being, because it was so much more comfortable back in that place of being, so much more comfortable. But then you got to ask yourself, well, do I want to be comfortable being unhappy and miserable? Or do I want to go through a little period of uncomfort so that I can get to where I want to go? So if you are creating any sort of change in your life, please write down somewhere why, to remind yourself why you want to make that change. Write it down somewhere. I am like dedicating myself to making this change because blah, blah, blah. And hold on to that piece of paper, because it will, in the period of absolute uncomfort, you're gonna want a reminder of why you did it, because it's so easy to be sucked back into that old way of being. It's so easy. It's because you were that way for so long, right? And so, yeah, write down why you did it. So I'm just gonna tell you a little story about, it must have been about week 3 that I had quit drinking, and like I said, it was wonderful, it was great, but for the drinking part, it was actually the worst part in the first 3 weeks was the heavy anxiety that I was feeling in my body. And like, I didn't have anxiety before. You maybe get anxiety every once in a while, but this was like heavy anxiety. Can't breathe, can't think, can't do anything. And so every day I would just go for a walk and try to like ground out that anxiety out of me. And I remember one day I took my headphones and my phone and like put it in my little purse, and I was like, should I just start drinking again? Because it's like, I don't know if I can deal with this anxiety anymore. It's like, hey, what can we do here? And so I put my headphones in, and I listened to Crystal Crawford. She's like where Krista and I really started hearing about these energy pulls, where you like expand your energy, envision what you want, and pull it into your life. And so I listened to that as I'm walking, and I couldn't even concentrate on it because it physically, my body was just like panic, almost like panic attack. And I remembered I just kept walking and I kept walking, and I was, just trying to concentrate on like the earth and the energy all around me and the video. And then I got to the bench. If all you Davidson people are watching, that along the walking trail behind the hospital, there's that bench there. I remember I sat there and I just like really connected with the earth and was like, we're gonna make it through this. Somehow we are gonna make it through this. So don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. And remember like why you decided to do this in the first place. Like, don't give up. And then the most amazing thing happened. I had told a couple of girlfriends about it, and I was like, I just can't get rid of this anxiety. And one of my friends said to me, like, she connected with her guides and angels, and she kind of listened for a bit, and then she got the message for me. It was like, what if you could just be okay with the anxiety? Like you're looking for a wrongness. You're looking for, what's wrong with me? Like, why is this happening? It's like, what if you could just be okay with the anxiety and know like that your body is going through a lot and this is part of the change? What if you could be okay with the uncomfort of change? And oh my goodness, that freed me. And it was like the most amazing advice anyone could ever give to someone. What if you can just be okay with the fill in the blanks? And then my other friend, she told me, go sit outside every day and put your feet, or like walk outside, but put your feet barefoot on the ground and ask that Mother Earth like pull out these anxieties out of your body and just let them begin to release. And I know that this might sound crazy to some people, but I was like so desperate and I just don't want to feel this way anymore. And so for a few days, every morning I would go outside and I would put my feet on the ground and I would just really connect with the earth. And it was really just like with those two pieces of information, it's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you're gonna get through this. And I'm telling you what, within probably, and this, I'm not making this up, it was probably within 4 days of those girls telling me that the anxiety went away. And it was like, I will be forever grateful for that, because there does come points in your life of change where it just gets so uncomfortable that you want to give up. But it's in those moments that life will bring people into your life and situations into your life as a reminder that it's okay, we're gonna get through this. And so you just gotta keep practicing, and you gotta just start making it a new reality for you, like weaving, and it's baby steps. And that's been the biggest thing for me with this whole stinking public speaking thing. It's like, just like little bit by little bit. No, you don't have to think about it all day. And you know what? And honestly, be okay to screw it up. That's my biggest problem. That's because I get that I'm kind of been lying to myself a lot. And it's just that I'm afraid to get it wrong. I don't want to get it wrong, but it's like, you can't get it right and you can't get it wrong. Just keep going. So I think that is, well, you know what? I'm going to finish this video so this is Alan Carr's Easy Way to Control Alcohol book that I read. And I just want to say too that I'm not telling anybody to quit drinking. This was a big change for me in my life, and if it can help you to make any change in your life, then that is good, solid stuff there, right? So number 1, he says, cultivate the attitude. Isn't it great? My life is no longer dominated by devastation. And you can fill in any word you like, by self-hatred, by like worrying, by whatever. So cultivate the attitude. Isn't it great? My life is no longer dominated by fill in the blank. Number 2, never ever doubt your decision. There is absolutely nothing to give up. So whatever change you're going through, no matter how hard it might get, never ever doubt your decision. There is a reason why you decided to make a change in the first place, and it can be very easy to get pulled back into that comfort of the past, but never ever doubt your decision. And this one's actually kind of funny because this is what I have been doing. Do not try to not think about drinking. And that's been me. I'm like trying not to not think about this, that I got to do this every day. And then you go into judgment, and it's like, so do not try not to think about whatever the thing is that you're going through change. It's going to happen anyways. Like if you tell somebody not to think about something, that's exactly what they're going to do. So that one, actually, I got to remember that one for me. Do not try not to think about public speaking. And then I'm not going to read the whole list. I'm going to end with number 7. Accept that you will have good days and bad days. So life is not always full of sunshine and lollipops. And if you can just go into whatever change you're going through, knowing that there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, and that's okay, then, life is just easier and you'll get to the changes you need faster that way. So there's my perfectly imperfect day 6th, I think I said. And I hope that this has been helpful in some way to you guys. Just know that when you go through change, even if it feels uncomfortable, it's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. You'll get through it. And I will be back on here tomorrow. Bye.